Hello everyone, mass-produced magnetic keyboards. Recently, various manufacturers have also gathered in groups. Various small configurations similar to the 6065 are released. Recently, some major lineups have started to be released one after another. So, in today's video I bought and used it for a while. I'll talk about this collaboration between Vika and Doomsday in the future. How does the newly launched K180 perform in real-world use? Right? First, regarding keyboard packaging, accessories include a keyboard bag. Without this extra amplification switch, a black data cable, 1 amplification data. Then the screws for the top 9. The video shows the lower-end version. It is equipped with a magnet actuator shaft made by Alloy Foundry, weighing about 40 grams. The total pressure of 3.3 millimeters is a magnetic group formed by a cross-axis. The feel and sound are both excellent. The keycaps are a set of PPT thermal slide materials, about 1.7 millimeters. The clarity of characters on a single glance is not an issue. This is considered a fairly good quality feature installed on mass-produced keyboards. Now, when it comes to the keyboard's appearance, a compact F section with F1387, layout 6.25U short spaces. The key is that there is a vibrant brand design at the top. The K1 logo is engraved on it. Both the workmanship and texture are on point, nor does it have that obvious cheap feel. The side features a stepped design. Convenient access to the center-mounted port. Inserting the original cable is quite tight, not loose. The back features many design elements, with a colored weight in the center, and this small branded logo is combined with anti-slip foot stickers everywhere. For the keyboard's inner blue fill, the base model is the F24 high-spec carbon fiber positioned version Porn air-filled cotton IXP folded electric PP. The production and selling of Porn Weekly Cotton and Porn Base Cotton are standard machines. The keyboard fills with 5 pieces. So, under the premise of sharing precision and stability, use it however you like. Make the most of it. It really depends on the performance of the solution provider. This keyboard is tested at the extreme precision level. Touching the ground is also constantly touching. Then, for algorithms, it still has to be SparkFlash. The keyboard offers 2 structural features. The optional top and gasket options are also one more option. The 2 structural tops are firmer and have a stronger sense of firmness. Gasket, on the other hand, is softer and more springy. Yes, I heard soft bullets on the magnetic keyboard. These 2 words are actually quite magical, but he truly did it. Even though it feels like a whole page is off the line, it's just a huge patch. A large area of soft spring, not mechanical switches that can open grass with a single key. However, it definitely helps in terms of cushioning and touch-off. After long-term use, it has become like a hard hull top. That feeling of hitting a steel plate is definitely different. Now, moving on to keyboard drivers, I have a bit to complain about. So far, the keyboard has been updated. Firmware version 0.03 adds many switches adaptation. However, the official Vika driver does not support this firmware. You must install this StarFlash and official drivers to properly use the new firmware version. And this firmware has been updated for a while, but it still hasn't been properly adapted. It's unclear whether the official team is just too busy or what. This attitude is questionable. Next, let's look at the official driver page. Several simple articles on performance adjustment page keys. Choose this part, support all selection and reverse selection. But you can't use the mouse to directly frame some areas. You have to click them one by one. The experience here is a bit lacking. The RT settings section is pretty well done. You can enter it. You can also drag this adjustment bar, including the dead zone settings. Here are some preset parameters which beginners can simply apply. Then there's the switch page, which is another abstract area. First of all, this one basically comes with a silver switch that comes factory built. There is no suitable fit within this. The switch brand at the top also has a fake button. So when switching switches, okay, Magneto City has made the dragon, right? Isn't this also a kind of NTR brother? The key change section is quite user-friendly, with all the commonly used function keys. And there are no locking or changing keys. Next are the lighting settings, button effects, and this part is fine. Below is a logo lighting effect, which directly copies the default driver. If this part isn't fixed, it won't affect usage. But it feels like a half-finished driver-driven page. There are still some minor issues. Overall, it's pretty easy to use. It's just that the details aren't handled well. And the adaptation speed is really slow. In terms of performance, it claims an 8K polling rate of 32K and a new channel with a scan rate of 256K. A theoretical delay of 0.08 millisecond scans can be adjusted to 0 dead zones with RT accuracy of 0.05, right? The promoted subtwin precision scheme is the one. No one knows how this was even conceived. Immediately suing consumers. You're practicing the sword. There's absolutely no need to say that. Its performance is more than sufficient, but also in a state of excess. This promotion is really hard to break down. After stacking the lower trim, this keyboard is priced around 505. The high trim is around 750 yuan. Personally, I only recommend buying this entry-level version. First, the switches are fine. The alloy shaft is marked with lettering. In this regard, this switch is considered very good. This keyboard has beautiful typing. It also has half the credit. Regarding recommendations, there are keyboard bags available. Is the watch shop good? At least 1.7 millimeters thick. The thermal slider is much more durable than those PC half-head and feels much better in hand. At this price point, there's no doubt that it can be used in this price range. The choice I bought offers the strongest overall tactile feel, sound, and performance. Is second to none. This so-called 220 mesh anode. Personally, I feel it's a bit watery, but the texture is indeed silky. However, the lighting is not as delicate. The main problem is still focused on this driver. This part will be maintained after the official update. Software-level issues that can be resolved is still relatively easy to resolve. But at this speed, I really feel like too few people are buying it. No one urged me? That's just too slow. In fact, at this price for the high-end trim, to be honest, competitive and not as low-spec, so impressive. If you add a bit more, you could get 1,000 yuan price. Finally, if your budget is around 600 yuan, then you need a large layout to feel the touch. A finished aluminum paved keyboard that emphasizes sound performance. So this is the best choice right now, since everyone knows the name Vika. Where these two characters appear, there are just 3 characters. Cost performance. So here's the video here. Thank you all for watching and see you next time.